So I had been thinking just about, you know, my upcoming things that I have going on. And lately, I've just really been trying to just be honest with myself, on everything that I'm trying to accomplish. And I've really learned a lot about myself in this process, or not learned about myself because I already knew it, but now more than ever I'm able to just really be true to myself. I guess like how I feel about certain things, like with, my friendships with people and my family and myself. My spirituality. It's just a lot is just now, like really slapping me in the face.
So has it been difficult for you to be yourself at times?
Yeah. In the past more so. I guess just because I don't consider myself to be like everyone else. And because whatever group I'm in, I always tend to be the different one. And I guess with that, I try to, I don't really want to say fit in, but I try to just take who I am down like 5 notches and emphasize on those parts of myself that's like everyone else. And in that, I kind of lost who I was. And again, with everything coming up, my true self is coming out. And I love it. Again.
That's good though.
Yeah.
You were able to bring it all back in and
Yeah.
realize that being true to yourself is being true to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, that's, everyone should do it.
Yeah.
It's like, and it took for me to kind of fall back from people, social media, just the world itself, and focus on what Anissa wants for Anissa, or what I like to do. And I just put more time on myself because for a long time, I just, did for everybody else. You call me up, you need me, I'm there. And sad to say, I have not been receiving what I put in. But at the same time, I guess I know the majority of the reason why I have not received, like the same treatment or help in different areas the way that I have been there for people is probably because I don't ask. I don't. And it's not, I wouldn't say it's a pride thing. I just don't like feeling like a burden to people, or feeling like I'm bothering you when I know I can't be because I never asked for anything. So, but yeah. So in that time, just kind of brought me back out. And good things have come from it. Things that I'm excited to share with everyone. I just been happy
I have that same issue too, on the line of asking for help and things like that. Because I'll give my all to someone if they need me.
Yeah.
But I just, like you said, don't want to feel like a burden or bothering someone.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think I haven't tried to just fit in, which I know you said you haven't either, or turn down some of me just to fit in with the crowd.
Exactly. Yeah.
And things like that. But I do know that a lot of the times I like to please people on the line of helping, you know. But because I feel that way too.
Yeah.
And even I don't feel like you have to ask people for help. Sometimes they may see it,
Right.
and, you know, I'm there for you if you need me and stuff like that. But they don't do that, so it's fine.
Yeah. Or they do and they don't really mean it. It's sad because you have to mean what you say. You can't just put words out there into the world and not stand behind them. You know, just saying them just to saying them. But like you said, I wasn't getting that from a lot of people. So.
On a positive note about it,
Mm-hmm.
maybe they just weren't meant to be there for you. You had to be there for them,
Yeah.
you know. And that's why I don't really trip about it, because I know I'm gonna get whatever I need when I need it.
Yeah, most
But
definitely.
I just feel like often a lot of us just walk around with masks on because we don't want to say the wrong things, or we don't want to express how we're feeling because people may look at us crazy.
Yeah.
And things like that. But why hinder yourself from being yourself just for other people?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're going to be who they are regardless. So,
Yeah.
a lot of us also have a hard time with being ourselves just because we don't fully love ourselves.
Yeah.
When you don't really know the true meaning of love, then it's hard to love. If I'm not being shown love, how am I going to show it to myself?
Right. That makes sense. It's a lot of people, you know, that don't really love themselves or value themselves. You know, they put themselves through the most ridiculous predicaments. Like situations that you can say no to, situations you don't have to go through with. And it really makes it hard, you know, on people. And this, you know, why all of this bad stuff be happening, you know, people doing bad things to themselves or whatever. But yeah, it's very important to know how to love yourself, and then loving others comes after that. You know, you'll learn how to properly love others. So that's a good point. I was just thinking, you know, that a lot of people have a hard time, you know, being who they are, or who they feel they are. It's a lot of different people in the world. It's a lot of different people. And we like different things, you know. And we all have, you know, different preferences, and it's really hard acting on what you believe you like, because, you know, of the people, you know, we surround ourselves with. You know, they might not be too willing, you know, to accept us. But that just means, those are the people that you don't need to be around. We should all be around people who inspire us, motivate us, lift us up. You know, it's very important to have a good little circle. It doesn't have to be, a circle full of people, but just a circle big enough, where you can feel the support. And, when you're going through something, you can go and talk to them and know that you won't be judged for whatever it is, that you like. Or we just, live in a time where a lot of things are accepted. And we can't be afraid anymore, to be who we want to be. Do what we want to do.
Yeah, I can totally agree with that. That's why I always tell people I'm close to never be afraid to try something that they may want to try just because it may not be accepted by others.
Yeah.
If we live life being afraid to try different things just because, oh, this person may say this about me, or they may look at me funny, or they may stop messing with me or whatnot, then you're not really living for yourself. You're living for the next person. And the next person is living for him or herself.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. That's why if I want to try something, I'm going to try it, whether it's accepted or it's not accepted, just because it's something that I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm a quiet person. I'm to myself. I don't do too much. So when I get the opportunity to try something that I want to do,
yeah,
I do it. Unapologetically too. So.
And that's how we all should be. We shouldn't have to apologize for being who we are. I don't know. That's why we're such a sad people. It's like a lot of people are like really depressed. They go every day like robots, not really enjoying life because they're afraid to do what they want to do. Be with who they want to be with, and it's just me, honestly, I'm tired of it. I just, this whole year has really shown me it's really time to just, just be real with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Get to know yourself over again. Because, like me, I lost myself. I found myself trying to go to this party and that party and drink this and drink that. And that's not really who I am. I like to have fun. Yes, but I don't have to like indulge in the nightlife all the time. I get tired, of doing the same old thing, just in a different place. But if that's what you like to do, again, be true to yourself. Not saying, there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying that, for myself, I like different things, more uplifting things or happy things. Yeah.
And there have been times where I feel alone just because I don't go out, I don't party, I don't participate in certain things that my family or friends participate in. And there have been times where they've been like, oh, you're a good girl, you know, goody two shoes and things like that, just because
Yeah.
I wasn't doing what they were doing.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I had no issue with that. But that's why I feel like it's very critical that we encourage ourselves to just be ourselves. Because life is like a roller coaster at times. One moment you can be on top of the world, and then the next you may feel like a piece of gum stuck on the bottom of someone's shoe.
Yeah.
But just uplifting yourself can make a difference. No matter how you're feeling, whether you're up or you're down, angry, excited, it helps to be an encouragement for yourself. It's great to have people to encourage you. Like I can say, Anissa, you're going places. You're going to be a phenomenal social worker. Just stay motivated.
Yeah.
And you're going to be one of the greatest to ever do it. But if you don't believe that for yourself,
Yeah.
me telling you that is pointless. Which, I mean, okay, it's not necessarily pointless, because hopefully with me continuing to encourage you, something to click off within you, and you'll, you know, get that confidence in yourself.
Right.
But it's nothing like having self-encouragement.
Yeah, I mean, because it starts with yourself.
Yeah.
You're gonna make you do it. You know, you get in the car and drive yourself to where you need to be. You pick up the phone and make those phone calls that you need to make, you know. So, yeah, that make a lot of sense.
Yeah, and I found for myself that it's easier to encourage the next person rather than encourage myself.
Yeah.
But as I'm growing and learning more about myself, it's becoming more acceptable to take advice from myself. Because like I said, I like to read old text messages. So I read conversations from whoever I talk to that I may be uplifting. And in the moment, you know, it's for them, but reading it back is actually for me.
I just hope that you all were able to get something from this message. Being true to yourself. And it's with any and everything. You know, if a situation does not seem right for you, run the other way. Don't try to force yourself to do something, you know. Like, listen to that voice inside of you saying, okay, you don't need this, you don't want this, you don't need to buy this, or, you know, whatever the case may be. Just, you know, I guess with being true to yourself is, you know, being honest with yourself, being able to communicate with yourself, knowing who you are, knowing what you like, what you don't like, all of that good stuff. And yeah, that's all I got. I was visiting a friend of mine, who I went to school with and worked with, and her and the ladies that were with her today, they were having a conversation, or it wasn't like a conversation, somebody made a comment that they needed to go get their nails done. And, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm like, yeah, I need to get mine done too. But then one of the other ladies, she stated that, she said, I don't know how y'all keep those nails on for that long. I can barely keep mine on for a week. And the other lady said 2 days is long enough for her. And it just It just sat with me. I just sat with that for a little while, and I just thought about how, that's fine. If you're not that type of person, you don't even need nails. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't have to have that to make yourself feel beautiful.